Welcome back to the Blue Collar Trade Show, where real people share real stories about building, fixing, leading, and living with purpose. I'm Troy, and I'm here with the crew, Chad, Jim, Marissa. Each week we dig into lessons, have laughs, and hard-won wisdom from the folks who keep America running. Let's get into it. There we go. All right. Welcome to the Blue Collar Trade Show, everybody. We have Miss Juli Blake with us today. Woo! She's a personal and good friend of Chad's. Chad, you want to make some introductions for us?
Yes, I'm very excited to introduce Juli, a ex-coworker of mine, or I guess we kind of still work together, and a good friend of mine. So, been friends together for 20 or 12 years now, I believe.
You're trying to age
12
yourself.
years.
For 2012 years.
Yeah, since 2012.
12 years in a row. Yeah.
2012.
So I thought it would be really exciting to talk to Juli today because I watched somebody grow from a timid little dispatcher into a GM of a multi-million-dollar air conditioning company. And I thought it would be really interesting to talk with her about her entire journey. So what do you think, Juli? What do you think about that? Is that about right?
We lost her.
She wasn't an AI agent.
Oh my God! How about that?
Either that or that question stunned her. She's stunned.
You said she was going to be real, Chad. This isn't.
Juli,
I don't know what's going on here. I'm sorry, because nothing you said I heard. But I'm sure it was beautiful.
It was. I thought it was pretty good.
I'm sure it was.
What did you hear? Where do we? Should we start from square
Yeah,
one?
we need to start from the beginning because I heard absolutely nothing.
I think she heard all. She just wants to make Chad say it all again.
Did you hear? Did you hear Chad's timeline? How long you guys have known each other?
20 years. 12.
20 or 12.
And then it stopped. I went into buffing. I went into buffing mode.
All right. Well, what I was telling everybody is the reason why I thought it'd be really good to have you on the show, other than the fact that you're a good friend of mine, is because I watched you come in 2012 as a little timid dispatcher that would grab her little coffee from the kitchen, run past everybody as fast as possible to get back to your chair and just do your job all day with your head down. I watched you grow from that all over the course of 12, 13 years into the GM of a multi-million-dollar air conditioning company. And I thought it'd be really interesting to talk about that journey because it was one hell of a journey. We've been through a lot together. So very proud of you and what you've become, and of course, being my friend. So why don't we just start with...
Now that you've heard that twice, is that enough, or do you want to hear it one more time?
You want to do it one more
frozen?
time?
Are you frozen again?
No, we're good. I'm moving.
All right, perfect. Well, why don't we talk?
When this is over, Juli, we'll put that on loop for you and just send that to you so you can listen to it in your car on the way to work.
Yeah,
positive affirmations for the day.
Very soothing. So what was that like, Juli? Talk about our interview together and what day one looked like.
Well, when I met Chad, it was crazy. I have never had an interview for 2 hours. That's just from the moment that we met each other. We just immediately clicked, and I shared with him about my story and where I was. I've been in the industry. I was calculating it'll be almost 30 years. And I took a little bit of break and took a chance with 1 hour. And 2 hours later, he offered me a position as a dispatcher.
Why did it take so long?
We started talking about everything, about technicians, on call.
Juli just kept buffering.
Well, I actually wanted to bring something to your...
It's a good question. A dispatcher interview for 2 hours, Chad?
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. I saved this information all the way to this moment right now for 12 years.
Since 12 years ago, you've been saving this?
I've been saving this.
I think that's 14 years.
Something like that. Yeah, you're right. See, I don't even know. I didn't even know how old I was earlier. Remember?
Yeah.
So Julie, you don't know about this yet. So be prepared for what I'm about to tell you.
Oh, Chad.
I posted on Facebook that I was looking for a dispatcher. Okay. And you showed up, obviously, and a lot of other people did too. But one of the people that showed up was a very good high school friend of mine. And she wanted the position. And I almost gave it to her because we were friends and all of that nonsense. But you ended up getting the position over a friend of mine.
Did she get mad at you?
Yeah, she actually unfriended me. So I think
Is this another one of those girls that got a tattoo and then you can't talk to her anymore?
And beat him a little.
I haven't talked to her since. So I lost a good friend and gained another.
Did she remove the Chad tattoo? You don't even know, do you?
Julie, I do have a question. In the interview or after that interview, did he offer you pancakes?
No, he's never
Did he ask
offered me
you like what you like for breakfast?
Chad really
No.
likes pancakes.
No.
If you guys
Okay.
explain that to Julie, which because I didn't do that when I was working down there, but it'll be no
Oh,
surprise.
this is that whole sprinkled pancakes is a new rule?
That's a new
Julie,
rule.
if I would come and apply to your shop and I'm a tech for like 10 plus years and all residential service experience, I'm great. But you find out that I love confetti pancakes. My favorite. Would you hire me?
Hire you? Yes, because you're a girl and you're supposed to eat confetti pancakes.
No.
But
I'm a tech and I'm just like great.
Yeah.
But
So put some context behind it, Julie. So Chad has a rule at the Treasure Coast business that you could be the most badass technician that God ever put on this planet. Greatest $10,000 average tickets. It would not matter. And except if you eat confetti pancakes ever, apparently, then you can't work for Chad.
You're out.
Did you ever know that about him? Did he have? He did not have that rule.
And I sat next to Chad every day.
You
Like,
didn't
how
get
did I not know that?
Well, it took me the reason why, Troy, what you're saying is only half true is because those two things will never intersect with each other. The badass technician and the eat confetti pancake just doesn't happen.
I bet I could be the best HVAC tech if I really try, and I would eat the confetti pancakes.
Well,
I believe in
can
myself.
vouch for Marissa. I think she would be one of your best technicians if she really wanted it.
If I wanted to.
If she wanted to.
Give it
So,
a
Julie,
shot.
do you have any you have any technicians? How many technicians work for you today?
Right now, I have 13.
How many of them eat pancakes?
Whatever I serve for breakfast, they're going to eat.
Oh, you could been
They're not
breakfast for
picky.
me.
All right. So you get
But I
Chad's
guess
point.
I'll have to try to have some confetti pancakes next time and invite Chad with some mayonnaise. Do they know about your mayonnaise?
Ooh, what's
Yeah.
this?
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
remember he talked about that with the BLT party. He said he couldn't
This
do it
is
because
turning
it has
into a
mayonnaise.
disaster.
Mayonnaise is good.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I think that's a good test. So don't tell anybody. Have a pancake party, right? And have some just normal pancakes, regular plain buttermilk pancakes, and then have a bunch of confetti, little sprinkles on the pancakes, and see who eats what. And let Chad just watch and let him grind it in his head and just want to.
Well,
Yeah.
And I'll pay you if you take video of that. I have glasses that will record it, so I want to see his facial reactions of all the people eating.
we can
sprinkle
test
I
this.
have the glasses that record.
We do.
We do.
Of course you do.
Julie, we can test this live. You just let me know when you're doing it because we talk about it on almost every show, and now I think our audience is dying to know if it's true. So I think
Yes,
it'd be
yes,
We're
yes.
gonna need to see it.
My next breakfast I have here, I'll
You let
do
me
it.
know. You let me
I
That's
will let
awesome.
you know.
I'm technically an employee of yours because I'm on your
You are. You're
Yeah,
my
yeah.
employee.
technically.
What?
Technically.
Yeah. Because
Technically.
I'm
Yeah.
their I qualify their business.
Nope.
So
I'm
Jim, to answer your question, so Chad does have peeping glasses, right? So
The
he can
peeping
watch.
Tom glasses?
Yeah,
You
made by
have
Meta.
those, Chad?
yeah, Troy bought them for me. And
Did you?
they're super cool. Super cool.
Wow. I'm stunned.
Yeah.
So
The X-ray glasses. X-ray glasses.
Yeah.
not only does he have them, he records everything he does in them. which is really pretty cool. So now he has, there's a TikTok channel that Jackie,
Julie.
we don't even know each
Who's
other, but I would
Jackie?
be a little, or Jackie, Julie. I don't know why I have Jackie in my head. I did it last time too.
I
I called the
actually
lady.
asked you not to say that less than
Autumn
5
and
minutes.
Amber.
I wrote down Julie right here. Julie, don't tell Jackie what I'm about to tell you. Okay? But Chad has his own TikTok channel called the Chad Show, and you need to check it out.
Yeah.
That's where he uses the glasses.
It is.
He's wearing them in the
Okay, so the sunglasses do that? I thought they were only like clear.
They're only clear. Mine are
His
clear.
are
I don't know
clear.
about
You can get them either way. You can get them either
Yeah.
way.
But yeah, I'm bringing them on my camping trip next weekend, so that'll be fun.
The only problem with those glasses, Marissa, is you couldn't read your tape measure. The sunglasses one.
Well, I could get the clear ones.
So
Jim is using
I
him
did
right
me
now.
too.
He's recording us recording him. Isn't that kind of a weird thing?
That's right.
Anyway, should we get back to the show?
yes,
And
we'll
We
just
could.
get back to the
Yeah.
show.
That was a long way around the barn, wasn't it?
Yeah, we get easily distracted here, Julie. Don't mind us.
It's all good.
it's not as serious of a show as you might have thought.
So before we go into more about your career and how successful you've been, tell us a little bit about you and your family and your son and how everything's
Well,
going.
okay.
Well, I'm originally from Massachusetts. I've been in Florida for over 30 years. I have a 21-year-old son, Nicholas, and he's a bartender right now, and I'm trying to push him into more of a career.
Mhm.
Hopefully he'll end up
That's a
in
tough
the
one though, because bartenders can make a ton of money, right?
They
Mhm.
can, and he
And that's where
does,
all the girls are.
um, I take care of my mom, and we live here in Broward County in Margate. So it's just the three of us, small family. But yeah, Nicholas is all grown up doing his thing, and I stay busy working.
All right. Well, here's an
So
interesting question. So if you've been doing the trades for 30 years
Oh, here we go.
and
30 years.
Nick is 21, why
Uh-oh.
not pushing towards the trades? Is that your decision or is that his?
We've talked about it. I mean, I have shared with him that I think it's very important, to have a trade, but it's not always for everybody. And I wanted him to find his path on his own.
Yeah.
So, we'll have these conversations, but for right now, he has a passion to be in the medical field as a first responder. And that's the direction that he wants to take. And I said, well, once you get into something that you really like, you can also get involved in a trade, because you just never know what's going to happen in life. And he's only 21 years old.
Yep.
The more you push, the more they do the opposite, right?
Does he have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Not right now, but
Ooh, Marissa.
um
EMT and a bartender, two things you need the
Two
most.
things you love.
Yeah, I forgot to
I
tell you,
hope one of
Julie,
the-
part of the reason that we made this show is to find Marissa a boyfriend.
My
oh,
Bachelorette, like true love show.
Yeah.
Blue collar edition.
it's overrated.
So, Julie, you said that you've been in the trade over 30 years of the trades. What did you do prior to coming to work for Chad at 1 Hour?
I've always been in the back office. I started off in customer service, scheduling service calls, invoicing. Then I went into dispatching. I've sold maintenance agreements, extended warranties. I did a little bit of permitting throughout. I've pretty much have touched every aspect of the back office and HR and accounting. And yeah, I mean, I pretty much have done it all except go out and work on an air conditioning system.
So how did you get into it? I mean, so did you just, hey, I'm doing, what were you doing prior to that? Did you come out of high school and say, I want to work in a back office, or did you go to school? What did you do?
No, I mean, I was in my
Along with
early
that.
20s
Yeah.
and, trying to figure out what was going to be next for me. I moved to Florida when I was 19. My dream was actually to own my own hair salon, and some things shifted in that direction. And I was working in a car dealership, and a friend called me. She's like, I have this great opportunity for you in an air conditioning company. And I was a little
What was your
hesitant.
first? Oh, yeah. What was your first reaction to that? I don't.
I was like, I don't know anything about air conditioning. I don't think I can do this. And I wasn't happy with what I was doing. And I was looking to get into having a career and growing in a company. So I took a chance and I interviewed for the position, and I didn't get it the first time. They had decided to hire someone else.
Might have been
And
Chad's friend.
right? And 2 weeks later, they called me and they were like, we should have hired you. Are you still interested?" And I was just miserable at the car dealership, and I was like, "You know what? Yes." And the rest is history. I just went in there. I didn't have a clue on what I was doing, and I drove every manager insane, asking questions, trying to educate myself, understanding the parts and how everything worked. And um and I just continued to grow and found that I really enjoy the industry. I enjoy the technicians. I enjoy the highs and the lows in the industry. And it started to become a challenge, and it was exciting because I was constantly learning something every day.
Well, I remember a time, maybe it was about a year after that I hired you. You brought me in for a meeting, and it was the old "I need to talk to you" meeting, and I'm like, "Oh, great. I'm gonna lose another great employee,
Did
another
she
nice
shut the door?
shut the door," right? We have a little conference room back there, and Julie shared with me that, and you'll remember this, Julie, uh, I'm not being challenged enough. Being challenged enough. Remember that?
Yes.
What was she doing? Was she just dispatching?
Dispatching?
Just dispatching, and you gotta remember, we had a call center that would drive us crazy. But she was just dispatching all day. It was just, it was mind numbing, to a point. And so she wanted to be challenged. So I challenged her and started handing her more responsibilities. And every time I handed her responsibility, it began that trust relationship you're looking for with an employee. When you're in leadership, you need to trust somebody to do something. And I was able to trust Julie with every single thing that I gave her. And so, but back to you said that you mentioned that you enjoy working with the technicians. And what I think is interesting is there's not very many female general managers out there. And I have to, a lot of females never get into the trades in the first place. But how is it being the female general manager of all those guys? You don't have any female technicians right now, right?
No.
Okay. So all those
Um,
guys, how is that?
I get For me, I'm very fortunate because a lot of the most well, a good amount of the guys that are still here, they have watched me grow here, and they have seen me, as a dispatcher ordering parts for them, helping them with their payroll, whatever it may be. So they have grown with me. And so there's a trust.
Okay.
And I've also been part of many of them when they've had their ups and downs, whether it's been personal or in work. So I feel that it's been easier for me here because there is a mutual respect. And then for the guys that I bring in and I hire, they only know me as this is who I report to, or this is who's managing this location. And um from, the moment that we meet, there's just an instant respect. I really have not had any issues with any of the guys. And that goes for, both locations when, we used to travel back and forth from Naples or Pompano, Chad.
Yeah.
There was always a respect level. And I think sometimes they do wanna challenge me because they don't think that I know,
Right.
and once they realize that I know what I'm talking about, they're like, "Oh, I can't BS her."
Well, that's part of the 30 years, right? But did you go from dispatcher to general manager, or what
Oh,
was?
no, no.
Oh,
And let me clarify just because, even though I am responsible for this location, I'm the operations manager. I call myself the mini G,
okay.
waiting
That's
for,
cute.
Did someone have to die,
waiting
or
for it to be official.
So you're in
so
like
you
the
went from
interim position.
Yes.
Yeah.
okay? So
Um,
what was the chain of events?
no,
So
so
dispatch, you got the 2 hour interview. You checked that box. You impressed Chad enough to move. Did you kind of go through the ranks, management style, or did you what was that? What did that look like?
I definitely went through the ranks. I went from dispatch to ordering parts to processing warranties to wait a minute, no, dispatch, invoicing,
Mm,
processing parts, accounts payable, and
Uh,
mind you, still doing all of that together because
yeah.
we had a time that we were extremely understaffed. So I was dispatching, invoicing, ordering parts, processing extended warranties, and processing accounts payable. And I would say that I did that the bulk of my journey with Chad. And then we went to working for just one location, and we had two locations. And I ordered parts for both locations, invoiced, accounts payables. The second location had a dispatcher, so I didn't need to dispatch. And I would say that was for what, a good 5 years
yeah.
strong.
Yep.
And then after that 5-year journey, I wanted more. I felt that I had
Again?
proven that I could go to the next level, so I became the office manager.
Okay.
And I was an office manager for 2 locations, and I traveled back and forth from Naples to Pompano managing the office. But still, you know, processing accounts payable, invoices. I was doing, payroll for 2 locations at the same time. And then
Wow.
we had a change of management, and I looked at, a former, I guess he was my manager at one point, his name is Ron, and I said, "Well, why can't I run Pompano?" And he's like, "You
Is that
can."
how you asked it? I like it. Why can't I
Yeah.
do it?
Why can't I do it?
How do you
"Why
answer that
can't I
question?
do it? Like, what's wrong with me?"
Wow.
And he's like, "Nothing, you can." And from
When
there
when Jim asked me that, it's easy, but
I feel
just
like your
kidding.
days, like, why did you essentially just kept adding more onto your plate and still doing all those? Like,
Yeah.
did your days get longer? Like, went from 8 hours to, like, 10
oh,
in order to get everything done?
there was a time, I mean, and up until recently, I was working 7 days a week. I was working
Yeah.
at night, I was working Saturdays and a good part of my Sunday to keep up.
Gosh.
And
Wow.
now I'm in this situation where I still know how to do everything, and I still do a majority of it, plus trying to run a business. And it's like, whoa.
So how do I balance that? Do you think, like, is there some that you could give some of that work to? Or is it more like, is it just like it's easier if I just do it? Um, versus, you know, handing it off or you just like it?
No, so I'm at that point where I know that I can't do it, and I know that my focus
Yeah.
has to be on the business.
Yeah.
So I have been working very hard on letting things go and just knowing and reviewing every day, making sure that I stay up on everything that is correct. But I have been pushing back because before I would just, if I see that something's not right, I would just fix it. Well,
Yeah.
that doesn't get you anywhere, right?
True. Yeah, that's true. You got to find
So
yourself another
now,
Julie. That's what
huh?
you got to find yourself another Julie. You want me to call my friend?
Do you know how hard it is to find another Julie or
I
another
do.
Chad?
I do. And so one of the things that we always talk about on the show is that a lot of times as leaders, we always want more for people than they want for themselves, right? And that's just incredible to me sometimes. And it's very refreshing when you finally do find somebody that wants what you want for them. And you were one of those people. So what makes you so different? Because you've had people come in and out of there. You've technicians, dispatchers galore, right? And they have they're smart enough to do the job, but it just seems like they don't want any more of that responsibility. What makes you different?
It's the way I was brought up. I was always raised that if you want things in life, you have to work hard for it. And eventually it'll pay off.
Now,
And
yeah, no, I agree. Do you think that's because you're Generation X, right? Or you're a boomer?
I'm not a boomer, Chad.
Wow.
Okay. So
Man,
so one of the things that we argue or
so much for that 2012 friendship.
yeah,
Hey, Chad, we
No,
do have a
She's
boomer on the
blocking
call.
X.
So
Delete you off Facebook now.
we have a boomer on the call, so be sensitive,
I am.
Chad.
I said it for his benefit, actually. So we talk a lot back and forth about generational gaps and whether or not it's the actual generation. Like I believe that Gen X is the best generation there ever was because that's mine. And then I believe that some of the new generations they just don't want it. Maybe they're not brought up that way. But do you think it's the home, the way they were brought up, or do you think it's the generation?
I do believe that a lot has to do with the way that you're raised and brought up. I do believe that things have changed and social media has taken over. And I love social media, but I feel that, well, I can't even say because like Nicholas is 21, my son, and when I go to his job, they're like, he's amazing. He's the hardest worker. He never stops.
Yeah.
So is it a generation thing or did it just
I don't
skip a
think that's
couple of
fair to blanket
generations?
say everyone that's younger than me sucks
Right.
and
Yeah.
everybody older than me. Only me is good,
Well,
right?
that's what we're trying to work out on this show. That's why we ask it all the time is because that's where the generational gaps get the blame. But there you got somebody that's 21 years old working his butt off,
Yeah.
and he was raised that way. So
I think
So
what Chad is trying to get at, Julie, is what was it like working for Chad?
Right. That's what we want to know.
Yeah, that's
so
what, and be honest. And then how do you compare his style to your current general manager's style? Go ahead.
Chad was probably one of the best, and this is
Probably
true.
one
Like
of the
it's not
best.
just because
Okay.
we're on this. Like Chad,
Uh-huh.
I never in my life thought that I could work with someone the way that Chad and I worked with each other. Like we understood one another. We knew what needed to get done and we did it. And we didn't even have to talk sometimes to get the job done.
What
Now,
is Chad thinking right now?
Yeah. It's a little telepath.
uh, but I've also seen Chad grow himself because I used to give him a hard time, about how lenient he would be sometimes with the guys or how
That's
frugal
right.
he would be. He was even frugal with me, one of his hardest workers.
Yeah.
And we would argue about it all the time.
Frugal like what? Give me an
So he
example
used
of
to be lenient, and now he won't even let guys eat pancakes.
I know. I would think
Man,
Dad is like a brat,
wow.
like a little bratty sometimes, and then
Yeah.
like also sometimes maybe a little princess. But like
Yeah.
I definitely see that yes, you'd have
Princess
bratty
is a good
days.
word to describe him.
But I could just tell if Chad was not in the mood, like, or if he was upset, his whole face would just turn bright red.
My
And I was
ears.
like, yep, this isn't the time to talk to him. But or I would just nag him. What's wrong? What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
But
that's
you
always a
know,
great question when you're mad.
Yeah, that's always great.
because we literally sat next to each other. We started and we were on a table. We shared a table when we started
Is that the
together.
frugal part?
No. And then, they built the
It's like
walls in our cubicles, and then we were divided a little bit. But we sat next to each other for all those years.
Mhm.
We very seldom argued, and if we did, we apologized immediately and moved on. Like, I understood Chad understood me, and we just worked well together.
We got
And
it done.
it was devastating, when he decided to move on to his next journey. Yeah, it was devastating for me. And it took
Yeah.
me several years to get over from working with him because I just never thought I was going to have that work partnership ever again. We just knew what needed to get done and we did it. And he never had to worry about if the job was going to get done. He knew it.
And we got Division of the Year 3 years in a row. High five.
High five.
So you're the new person who's taken Chad's place is you, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So
And you believe the current manager is way better than the last
better
one.
than Chad. Yeah.
well,
I think
always
I think
say
we've seen that already on this call.
We all
I think
agree
that's evident.
that the new operations manager is pretty good.
I always say that I'm joking with others that I'm just the female version of Chad because of
A lot better.
because of a lot of the things that I do here is what I learned from Chad.
That's a compliment, Chad. What do you think of that?
I can repeat exactly what Julie said. Working with somebody that has your back and that you trust and all that is just it makes it work. And nobody can do it by themselves. And I don't like giving my responsibility away to anybody. It takes a long time for me to trust somebody. And and that's what's so hard to find nowadays. People can be good people, they can do good work, but to really trust them with your most important responsibilities, that's very rare to find. So that's
How long? Because you knew Julie for 2012. I'm gonna go back to it. It's funny. I don't even know why it's so dumb. Um, how long did it take you to trust her? Because I remember before she jumped on, it was somewhere 8 or 10 years before you got to really dial in and feel comfortable with Julie. I'm just kidding.
it was. I mean, she
Was it an instant kind of
no,
after 2-hour interview? No, it took a little while, right?
no. It took a little while. So I saw how she handled her dispatcher position, and then and she did it perfectly. And well, not perfectly, but every time you gave her some coaching, she would adapt and remember and retain. Jeez, retain information. How about that?
You didn't have to tell her twice.
Right. So then when she came in and asked me for that more responsibility, I believe the next thing I gave you was parts ordering, wasn't it?
Invoicing, actually.
Invoicing. And she did that perfectly. Right. And then I would check her work. It was perfect. And then parts ordering and everything. And just slowly I started to be like, hey, this is somebody I could really lean on. I could lean on Julie more than I could lean on my service manager at the time to make sure that things got done.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice to have somebody in your back pocket you can trust and know that you see things the same way mostly,
Yep.
right?
So
So
today,
Julie,
she is getting everything that she deserves for sure.
so what is it that you deserve? Something tells me that there's another closed door session coming soon with why can't I do that? Who's the next person that gets to have that conversation with Juli Blake? What do you want next? What's next?
I say put it out there, Julie. The world is watching. Let them know.
They are.
This is being recorded, and we can. This will hit the airwaves next week.
We'll send this to whoever you want us to send it.
Do you need a new job by next Thursday?
We can help.
Yep. We can make it happen.
At this point, I don't see myself ever getting out of this industry until I'm ready to retire.
What about the hair salon? Would that be something you're still interested in?
Yeah. It's so funny. I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, if I wasn't in air conditioning anymore, what would I do? And you're gonna laugh, Chad, but but I would love to become a private investigator.
Oh, that would be
Ooh.
fun for
You
sure.
could see me doing that.
Yeah,
You should get
you
those
already
glasses
are.
like Chad has.
Yeah, you
No,
already.
I mean a real
That's
private
awesome.
investigator,
No,
like
no,
not
no.
an air conditioning private eye.
Yeah, so Julie's really good at like, because with a bunch of guys, and I think we even had more guys, a little bit more guys when I was there, but there's always some kind of little drama going on. And I would always just be like, he's just having a bad day. And Julie would be on the internet looking like, is he in jail? What's going on here? And so I could see that in you for sure.
Why private investigator? Why? What piques your interest about that? Do you
she's
feel like
nosy.
you're
I'm not. That's not being.
He's
That's not
nosy.
being nosy.
nosy? Because Marissa's she's a what do you call
Yeah,
it?
I also we have a Porter
Super.
County jail app, and it says who's in jail, who's recently booked every weekend too. Like Sunday, they post it on the NWI Times. That goes creeping. Like, who do I know?
She
Go
calls
read
it
the
creeping.
comments.
She's a creeper. Yeah, she knows
I
everything.
don't even.
Not
I'm
a
like,
creeper.
But
I
Julie,
just-
if you do it, we'll call you a private investigator.
Yeah, but why do you like it? I love it. I think it's fun. Even if I don't know them, like I'm like, oh, so-and-so's aunt's cousin. And they're like, hi. I'm like, oh, I don't know them. I was just looking.
Just
They got all the tea.
Just
So censored
imagine
dead
though
people? Yeah.
being a PI and saving, providing someone with, happiness or closure on something. That's how I look at it. It's almost similar to working in
Is
air
that what private
conditioning, I
eyes do?
guess.
I thought they just chased around cheating husbands and wives.
Yeah, I think
No, there's so much more.
Like what?
think
What would somebody besides spousal
there's nothing that you could find
distrust
for somebody that would make them happy. It's always something bad.
What
they
if they
don't
have
know?
like a sibling they don't know and you
Right.
can go find them? That would be happy because then you get to meet them. Like if
That's
they're
what private
adopted.
eyes do? They go out and find a lost sister?
They
Yeah, see,
can.
whatever.
Really?
I can go
That's true.
find a little animal that I lost 10 years ago.
I lost my dog.
That is true. I actually had an experience with it. Now that remember Julie when that girl found me
Yes.
and said that I was her dad?
Yes.
Yeah,
And she has a Chad tattoo.
That makes sense.
I don't know. Yeah, and then so
Are
I
you your dad?
and that was
Chad
a private
always-
investigator. Yeah.
Right around mid-May, Chad gets real nervous to go into the mailbox. Happy Father's Day. I'm coming over.
I don't know if I ever gave you closure on that.
Uh,
Julie. I was not the father. So
I don't think I did get closure on that. So now
Yeah.
we know.
yeah, I was not the father.
All right, so let's put a wrap on the private eye thing, but I want to know if you have a first. What would be the first thing? I want a private eye. This thing I think would be the most compelling because you're not going to solve murder mysteries, are you? Or what would it be?
Well,
You get to hand pick. There's a slew of private eye cases out there, and you get to pick one. What would it be?
I guess it would probably be looking for a relative that someone was not aware that they had. They found a picture and they didn't know who it was, and they asked family members and they didn't want to share any information, and they wanted to hire a private investigator to determine and track down this individual.
Okay,
It's
so I
the
have an idea.
mystery. It's
Yeah,
the
no, the connecting of the dots, right? So, I think what you could do now that you found some more freedom at work, like you were describing, maybe you could do this as a little side hustle. What do you think?
I
You
take
can,
care of
Marissa would,
13
you need, if you have
HVAC.
any, i- if you need any work
Hey,
done in northern Indiana, Marissa's your girl.
I'll help you.
so
There you go.
Julie, one
It's
of
an
the
easy.
things Chad should have told you was to bring a stick to this so you could help us beat the dead horse, because we do that a lot.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So, all right. So all right. You don't want to leave the industry. You're happy with where you work. And is there, so for you, what kinds of things, so not only as operations manager, maybe you want to be the general manager. If somebody said, hey, you should be the general manager, would that be something you'd be interested in?
Yes, and that's actually what I'm working towards. And I'm hoping that, by the middle of this year, it will be official. But that's at the end of it, I want to be the general manager. Even
That would
though
be
I
the
am
Southern the gap.
responsible for the location and I manage the location and I make all the decisions for the location, I want to officially be the general
Oh, I
manager.
see. You want to get paid as the general manager.
Is that where we're going?
I think that's what you meant. Yeah.
Well,
I
from
think
what
that's
I
what
hear,
you're
you're
saying.
killing it.
Yeah, seems
So
how it sounds like you already do
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
as you should.
Yeah.
Okay, so
If
what do you
it-
do to keep yourself sharp? What does the professional development, personal development stuff look like? Besides, join our show and, get smarter about stuff.
By hanging out with us.
Wow.
Because you can't learn anything else from Chad. I mean, you already sucked his brain. So what else? Right,
Well,
Chad?
I still learn from Chad.
Really?
Well,
Yes, he's a
a lot of it
walking
is how to.
HVAC encyclopedia.
Yeah.
He is. Well, you should see him now. Now he has his new chat friend that he has in his pocket.
Chat
Like,
GPT. Yeah.
yeah,
Goes walks in the woods and just talks.
he does talk in his class.
So
Chad's
So-
not the same guy that you left 5 years ago.
the most common phone call that I get from Julie is, when you were here, did you ever put up with this? Or
Like
did
what?
you
Give
make
us an
this?
example.
Well,
What was the last call? What was the last call like that? What was the
what
topic?
were we talking
Exactly.
about? What was that,
Talking-
Julie? You just called me last week about it. I can't
I
remember what it was.
did. What
It was-
was
It
that?
was so ridiculous. So when I left a little vacuum there, and the guys would start saying stuff like, well, this is the way that Chad did it.
Yeah.
But they were completely full of it, right? And they were just trying to get away with stuff. I can't remember what it was now, but whatever it
I
was.
can't remember either.
So the guys
Today,
were
they were-
saying Chad used to do it this way, and they would blame you after all that time.
Yeah. Yeah. They
Yeah.
just,
Huh.
I still get it to this day. They're like, but this is how Chad did. And I'm like, with all due respect, Chad is no longer
not
here.
Who is Chad? I don't know who that is. So
And this is the decision.
Yeah.
But we've done it like this always.
Oh,
Well,
it was
not
it was the installers not changing the whips.
Oh, that's right. The
Yeah.
whips. Yes.
Yeah. So ridiculous. I
But
love
does
whips.
it help you? Does it help you to know that those conversations still? Chad now it's almost the opposite. I know this is how we've always done it, Chad. Right? So, but as these businesses evolve, we all have to change that. We all get stuck in the way that we used to do it, and it's how do you shake that tree, right? So how do you kind of go? I know. Nobody reads the newspaper anymore, but we have to put. You know what I mean? So how do you get out of some of that? How do you evolve and get into the 21st century because you've been around a while, right? So it's easy for us to live in the past and what was, everything was like back then. What do you do to keep fresh?
Well, I continue to educate myself. I have an amazing service manager here that we work very well together, and we go out into the field together, and he helps me understand what's going on a technician or an installer day. And I, I just ask a lot of questions. If I don't know, I will ask and I will call whoever will answer the phone, Chad, and 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 ask the questions and have them break it down so I can process it and understand it. And I've learned to understand the guys in their thought process and when I can push them and when I can't, and when I need them to buy in to what is changing and how we're evolving and how technology is changing. Because it's not just, you know, I have to transition into, what's taking place now. It's I have to get them to buy into it. So if I don't believe it, they're not going to believe it.
Right.
So I need to educate myself.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
See,
think
well,
I answered that in a roundabout way.
what I hear
So
you
what
saying, what I hear you
what
saying is kind of like you never thought back in the day it was always that technical stuff that you were always intimidated by, right? And that's why you
Mhm.
thought you would get to a point and then that would be it and that'd be as high as you could go. And what it sounds like to me, what you just said is that you've learned to overcome that by just using your resources efficiently.
Yeah,
And learning and whenever and you can still apply yourself into the business to help it grow. But when it comes to just the technical side, you've learned to use your resources. And I'm glad that you still called me because I still enjoy, I always enjoy helping out.
Julie, what advice would you give other women that are looking to or thinking about going into the trades or looking to get into management in the trades to kind of follow in your footsteps? What would you tell a young dispatcher that she or he should be doing to improve or to work on their leadership skills?
that it's possible. Don't give up. Um, in my earlier time in my career, you know, it was I would get laughed at, when I said, maybe one day I can be in management or maybe one day I can do this. And I would just get that look like, no, that's not going to happen. They don't hire women in management as a service manager or an operations manager or a GM. And like, why? You know, just because maybe we can't do things technically, or we may not have the technical knowledge, we have the knowledge and it is possible. So I would say continue to believe and trust the process and to give it everything that you have and to prove that a woman can be successful in, say, a man's industry. And it's not going to be easy. There's times that I am not taken seriously at first, and I don't mean by employees. I mean whether it's vendors or someone that's not um in this organization. And I'm like, okay, this is where we're going with this conversation. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to show them I know what I'm talking about. And I flip that conversation around where they walk away, where it's like, oh, you really do know what you're doing here. So I just believe that you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that as long as you care and have the passion and dedication and that you want to succeed in life, that no matter if you're man or woman, you can do whatever you want to do and you can be whoever you want to be. And you choose that path in your journey of where you're going to be.
I believe it. I've always
Very
talked
cool.
about bringing, females in, and I bounced into one of our followers the other day, and she asked me, she goes, You guys have been talking about getting girls in the trades a lot here recently. You know, is it really that easy? Maybe, she said maybe ask the next female that you have on, which is you, because I just talked to her the other day. Is it really that easy to come in and just work with a majority of the people around you are men? And even in the field level, I mean, it's not like, men are traditionally stronger than women, but I've had some pretty weak guys too. I mean, everybody
We
needs
hear
a hand.
we hear them a lot of. Show them your hands, Chad. Well, but it's the same thing. It's intimidating, right? So it can be if you're a female going into where almost everybody that works there is a guy. That's intimidating, right? But it's the reverse. If a guy goes into a business where it's almost all women there, that's intimidating too. But you have to be able to have enough, not thick skin maybe, but confidence to just push through. If that's something you want to do, then you got to figure it out and work hard and prove yourself. And so in where you're at today, so Chad, it sounds like, and you guys have been long friends for a long time, so do you, and Chad took you under his wing, on purpose or however that all came to be, but it was meant to be, right? So, and helped you with the journey. Do you have anybody there today that you see as kind of your protege, like you were to Chad?
Yes, I actually do. My service manager, Elton, he is extraordinary. He's very gifted. He's very smart. He he's just he's just awesome. And we work very well together. And Chad actually knows Elton and
Yep,
has watched him grown.
I hired him.
And and I hope, you know, when I get into this GM role,
Oh,
that he will move into the operations manager role and we will continue to be successful together in this journey.
do you hear that, Elton?
Nice.
No guarantees though, right, Julie? To do the pancake test on Elton and then we'll see where it
That's
goes.
what we want to know.
I already did.
Yeah.
That's why he's working there still.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. No, I just invented this after 30 years.
This is
There,
Finally
everybody
got it.
knows
And I
that
had a
Chad can drink the beer and he doesn't get sick. But something tells me that he had too many pancakes one day, and
No,
he just won't
It'd
let
be
it
a
go.
mess.
no,
Yeah.
no. I'm telling you, the same guy that ordered those pancakes, I bought him lunch later that day, and I saw him picking pepperonis off his pizza, and I'm like, oh my god, I knew it. I knew it.
Did he put them on his pancakes? Maybe he saved
I
them
mean,
for his next.
technically the pepperoni is not that healthy, so
It wasn't about
maybe
the
it's
health.
time to watch this
Yeah,
behavior.
No,
Yeah.
you're too spicy. He said.
Right. Yeah, he's eating pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, but the pepperoni's on the top.
Bread dough so good. That's always an exception.
Well, something tells me, Julie, that you're probably going to get that position. I don't know what that takes. I don't know if there's an agenda or some sort of hit that's going to be happening here that we have to watch out for, because Marissa will be watching the South Florida newspapers.
Little G to
Right.
big G.
Yeah.
See any like nearshore deaths or accidents out on? I'm just kidding. I don't know the story, but I think it's funny. So, but I something tells me that you're going to be pretty dang good at that. So that's awesome. Good for you.
thank you.
If anybody wants to see Julie's picture, or 50-foot tall head, it's on a billboard on I-95 and Cypress Creek Drive right now.
Is it really?
Is on 2 billboards, I think, right, Julie?
3.
3 billboards.
Oh,
Have you
Really?
driven out there, Julie, and take your family out and go, look, I'm a star?
Have you taken a
Um,
picture by your picture?
No, but I've had many pictures of it sent to me, so I didn't have to take my own picture.
You got to do one of those.
That was
Right.
very
Yeah.
exciting. Very
It's
exciting to
pretty
see going
scary
down
on the
the road.
I-95, I don't think I can do that.
Whose idea was that, Julie?
Um,
You know what this road needs? A 50-foot picture of me.
Me.
it was between me and marketing. They wanted to put billboards up, and I said, well, why don't we try something different? And they're like, I love it.
Yeah.
So here I am.
I'll tell you,
3
Joe,
billboards.
it was a pretty
Huh.
proud moment for me when I was driving down there and seeing that billboard up.
It's pretty, like, I never thought in my life, that I would be where I am today, and then I would also be on 3 billboards. Like, what? And like Chad said, I was this timid young lady that came young lady, you hear that?
See that? Yes.
That
Yeah.
came in looking for a dispatching position, single mom, and here I am today. Like, and I'm on a podcast. What?
You're on
You're,
a
That's
you're,
gonna
you're
be my
the
question.
podcast.
Yeah.
Huh?
You're
Like,
the podcast.
Yeah, this
The-
not a
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
The
The number one
podcast.
podcast in America right now. Last time we checked.
Yep. That's definitely, we checked. What I would say is that as we kind of wrap this up, so if you see Chad hasn't worn glasses most of his life. So if you see Chad show up with glasses, be a little aware
know
that you're
why.
probably being recorded. But it's okay, right? All right. So should we go around the horn and just ask Julie one more question?
Sure,
Jim?
yeah, can I go first? Because mine
Oh,
kind of
Marissa.
well, I've been saving it, but it kind of just follows up with what she was just talking about. So just starting as a dispatcher into where you are now and all the hats and stuff. What was your like aha? I'm like, I made it, like I did this. I'm so proud of myself. Like, like you feel like so
Besides the
accomplished. Like,
podcast today.
yeah, besides today, when was you like, oh my gosh, wow, like look how far I've come, and like you're so proud, like of yourself.
Yeah. When did it hit you?
Yeah.
I think I would have to say it really started to hit me the beginning of this year. It took me a while because there was just so much that I needed to prove and
Mhm.
accomplish that I was just go, 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 go. But seeing the billboards, knowing that I truly have an opportunity to move into the GM role, and I'm getting out there more, meeting our customers and understanding and watching the business grow, that I'm like, wow, I did do it. I really
So
did.
it's exciting.
I've had to
I'm
make
so proud.
some very difficult decisions, the past year and a half, very challenging decisions, and I did it. So I think, 2026 is definitely the year for me, and I'm ready to shine.
Very good.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's so exciting.
So
And you're gonna be the big G sooner.
Marissa, you want to ask her your other question that you always ask our guests?
Oh yeah. Okay. Also, really don't feel nervous to answer this.
very important question.
Big question. Actually, Chad, I have a question too for you, follow up.
Yep.
So Julie, what is your favorite tool?
Oh, that's right. I have heard you ask those questions. Are you kidding me?
And then mine, a few for you, Chad, now is you said you trust Julie, like she's one, you really, really trust her with everything. So do you trust her with your tile saw?
Oh.
Good
Oh,
questions, Marissa.
don't
That's
trust
See,
me.
now, how high is that trust?
I think that if I were to train Julie, I would trust her with my tile saw. Yeah.
If you train her.
Because I know that she would remember what
You don't
the
think
hell
you
I
just
told her.
understand? Like you're not gonna telepathically tell her how to do it?
She could retain information like nobody I've ever seen, so I would trust her. Yeah.
Have you ever tile sawed anything, Julie?
No, I haven't, but I did hear that you guys talking about that, and I was gonna say, Chad, I need you to come visit me so
I'm
you
your
can
man.
take care of.
I'm your man.
Bathroom remodel, the
He's-
kitchen.
He's got it in his pocket.
So she didn't answer. Julie, what's your favorite
Yeah,
tool?
what is it?
Hey, a tape measure, as long as it's
No.
blinged out in pink.
Yeah,
Mine's like, well,
that's more like a rocket ship, Marissa. That's barely even a tape.
Right.
tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Julie,
Good
my
man.
last question.
Yes.
As the operations manager with your team, what is your biggest pet peeve? What's the one thing that just drives you nuts?
Whew, I feel like I have many.
Like them breathing.
What is my pet peeve?
Work related, Jim, or on any
Yeah,
personal?
work related. Work
Does it
related.
have to be Chad specific or non-Chad specific?
No, it can't be Chad specific.
Okay,
And
can't
not-
be about Chad. That's really gonna
Yeah, that's going to limit it. But
right.
Oh, well,
I already know what it is.
you do?
I do. I know
Of
you.
course he does. You guys are
I don't
talking. You
think
don't even have
I
to say.
even
We have to,
know. I
for
feel
our
like I
sake, you
have
have to say it out loud.
so many pet
Oh no, I know
peeves.
what your top pet peeve is. I can't believe you can't think of it.
What is it?
It's when somebody says, "Nobody told me."
That's right. You're right.
That's her pet peeve.
Hey, that's your pet peeve, Chad.
No.
It is. It's one of my pet peeves. Yes.
very
Or
good.
this, oh, you know what? I said it earlier, pretty much. This is how we've always done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I hate that.
that one's probably evolved quite a bit.
But you got to
since-
remember that next time you do something you've always done that might be outdated, right?
True. You don't want to get radio shack.
But she's big dog there now,
Radio
so it doesn't
shack.
matter her way.
What?
It doesn't matter if she's like big G, big dog now there. It's her way anyway, so they can't. It doesn't matter.
That's true. Yeah, you can do whatever you want, boss.
Yeah. Your
All
way,
right.
that's it.
Okay, so my question is super simple. If you could go back in time to any point in your life, not even work related, what would you go back to and do it over again?
Oh, and do over again?
Yeah,
Oh.
or get to experience
Okay.
one more time.
Oh, wow.
Was it that meeting with Chad, or was it something else? You can pick two if you need, if it helps.
I feel like I don't know. I maybe I just don't know. Because I feel like I've had, I've lived. Maybe I wouldn't have gotten married.
There you go.
Can
No,
I
I
say
get it.
that? I already
That was
did.
gonna be my
Yeah.
follow-up. Maybe it's one thing that you've done that you would wish you could have done differently, right? So there you go, getting married. But then, everything happens for a reason, right?
It does.
I'll retweet that.
You wouldn't be who you are today
with
without it.
They learn
Maybe.
I
lessons.
feel like my whole transition from moving from the Northeast coming to Florida has really had defined who I am as a person. I was just this shy, naive, young teenage. I mean, no, a teenager. I was older teenager going into my 20s, and I was clueless. So I guess I would have, I don't think I would do anything different because it's helped me become who I am today. My journey, my whole entire journey in life, coming here at a young age, not understanding the city life because I was in a suburban town, has brought me here. So I wouldn't change a thing.
I'm glad you said it that way, because if you really think about it, so just imagine all of the millions, if not trillions of things that had to have come together from ancestors from millions of years ago to meeting, to having all these things happen. Everything would have had to happen perfectly, exactly the way it is today, for you to be on this show today.
That's true.
If anything changed, we wouldn't be doing this today. Isn't that something to think about? Just kidding. A little too deep for the show, but all right. Chad,
Bro, you did that
But it's
perfectly.
true.
You
But
laid
it's
it on
true.
really insightful, and then you were like, free to be here.
You thought I was going to go
I have a
way.
question.
I'm not saying it's the most important thing that she's ever done, but it's the most important thing she's doing right now.
What's one thing that I used to do as a general manager that used to aggravate the living hell out of you that you do differently right now?
When back in the time when you go, when I'm operations manager, I'll never do that.
I'll never
Right.
do that.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Hmm.
And there has to be something.
Critical
There can't be.
Yeah. Because you started out the show saying you were complaining that I was too lenient on the text, for example.
Yes.
But I think it's because we just had we have a different style and approach when it comes.
And what's
And-
different?
But I think that where, no, because that's not even what's different.
Just make something up and say you did something really bad. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Better breakfast.
Like it could,
Less
better.
frugal.
Is
Are
it
you,
the
are you as
breakfast?
frugal as Chad was? Do you make everybody sit at the same table?
You know,
Hey guys, we're bringing it up a notch. Everybody gets their own desk. It could be that.
What bothered you so much? Was it the steak and lobsters that I brought in every now and then? Was it the crab pot boils I did every now and then?
when you made some amazing chicken wings.
Yeah, chicken wings I did.
I took all of that. I have phenomenal breakfasts. I have phenomenal lunches. I gather everyone around. I mean, I've taken a lot of things that you've done. You were lenient. I feel that sometimes you could have been a little bit more harder when they did some of the.
So to answer my question, then you believe that you're harder on the guys than I was. That's the answer. It's cool, man.
And there's nothing
where
wrong with
maybe
that.
where you would wait to speak to them, where we're talking now, and you're gonna let me know.
Good for you.
Where you would wait sometimes, or you would but then you would sit and tell me, well, you don't know what I said to them out in the warehouse. And you're right, I don't. But
there you go. Bring it. Come on. Let it spill.
Yeah.
Let it out. Let it out.
Yeah, go ahead. All these years.
This is a safe space.
Therapy.
It's only the 2012 of us.
Yeah.
Yep. Millions of people that way by watching it.
I don't know. I mean,
it's healthy to let this all go.
Yeah.
Chad, I think you're an extraordinary man. And even though sometimes I didn't agree with you, and maybe I feel that I have to be a little bit more like in their face sometimes to get them to listen, our approaches were different.
Right.
Where you can do that buddy to buddy, handshake to handshake, make sure you do what you're supposed to do out there. Don't let me down. Where I'm like, dude, and we're, maybe not agreeing with each other, the technician and myself.
Well, when you always wanted to see people like being held accountable to you was that they were held upside down by their toenails or something.
That's not true.
I just wanted to know if that's what you've started doing there, medieval torture.
No,
it's a good idea.
But they all know when I'm upset.
Let the beatings begin. I like that. That's a good way to start any tech meeting.
One of my all-time favorite signs.
That's what the boomers used
beatings
to do.
will continue till morale improves.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't answer that, Chad, because I think I've taken so much from you, and I've made it work for me.
Good.
Even down to I want to do the red solo cups one day, and I'm sure we don't have enough time for that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do. We have time. And if we don't have time, we'll just cut it out. Go ahead. Tell them, because this was an awesome management experience for me. Go ahead.
So we all we're talking in our office and wondering, what what are these guys thinking in these meetings? Because everything that we discuss and share, they don't apply. So I don't know how it came up, but someone said it's like talking to red Solo cups, right, Chad?
Yep.
Something like that. So we went and bought a package of red Solo cups, and Mr. Chad here put everyone's name on each Solo cup and placed them on the tables
Oh,
where
I
they
drew
would normally
eyes.
sit.
Hold on. I drew
Uh,
eyes. I put forks as hands. Oh, yeah. Yep. Had a lot of time that day.
I guess you did have some extra time, and yeah.
Yep.
So then what? You had to meet. You let the guys go home, and you guys had a meeting with a bunch of cups.
No, I had to.
No, they had to sit with their cup.
They had to grab their cup on the way in and sit with it. And I explained to them that it's either going to be you, I'm going to pay you, or I'm going to pay that Solo cup to listen to this meeting today. If you listen and do what you're told, then you get paid. If you don't, I'm going to pay the Solo cup.
Interesting. How'd that shake out? How was the motivation
I
factor
think,
after
I think,
that?
I think it was,
Sky high, Troy. Sky high.
I think it was very, it was just a huge distraction and extremely funny. And
Oh, that's really funny. We should do that. We should have that not on the next one, not on the next podcast, but maybe the podcast after that. We'll interview
Just
one of
have a
those
red Solo cup.
Yeah.
I
I love
forgot
it.
about that. I haven't done that here yet.
Have a wiggle a little. Put it on one of those little bouncy heads or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You remember Mr. Robert Morris with his big long dreads? I put
Yes,
black yarn hanging off of it. Yeah.
that's right. You did. I forgot about that.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but it sounds like you guys had a lot of extra time on your hands making calls
Right.
and things.
Yeah.
Arts and crafts.
No wonder why they let you go, Chad. Let her run the place.
No kidding.
Makes more like
Good times. It
All
was
starting to add up. I'm just kidding. Well, Julie, it was awesome. Chad, you're way more better and interesting than Chad described. It was no, I've known Chad for a long, long time too, and he has been a raving fan of yours. He talks about you constantly, and I'm really, really glad you took some time out to talk to us today. So thank you very much.
We appreciate it.
Thank you
sure.
for
Thank you.
having me.
It was fun. Nice meeting you.
Yes.
It was nice
meeting you.
meeting all of you.
Girl power. Go get them, right?
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Julie. Thank you.
Thank you.
I know.
Thank
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.